Okay, today I wanted to show you a design that I've made, and I will link the file below, for a rather pretty frame. Now you can use this as a frame or you can use it as a stencil. Now I've put some spray adhesive, temporary spray adhesive on the back of this, not much, just a tiny amount. And I'm just going to put this on a piece of card because I'm going to use this one as a stencil. So I think that is pretty much where I want it to be. And today I'm even going to try not to use pinks and purples. Alison. She'll know exactly what I'm all about. Right, so I've got a little bit of glycerin and I'm just going to put some on my tile here, just a drop, and then I'm going to smush it around with my blending tool. Now this video might seem a little disjointed because I've actually already recorded the second part of it. I recorded this part of it before, at least I thought I'd recorded it. You guessed it, it wasn't recording. And I did a couple of segments and I put them into iMovie and I went to edit them and suddenly realised I was missing a chunk. Oh, bother. Right. So, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to start off with just putting a couple of inks out and seeing what I actually think of the colours. That one's very, very, very pale. And then I'm just going to pick them up as I want to. So the centre bit I want something very bright, so I'm going to go for this one, which is Pear Tart, I think. Yeah, Pear Tart. And because this stencil has got curly whirly bits that aren't attached to other bits, I'm just going to be tamping down, and I'm not going to be just doing that, if you see what I mean. Just have to tamp down for this. Otherwise I will probably end up picking up a bit of a stencil, and I really don't want to do that. Going to go into the light blue. Now I may or may not end up going over the edge of this depending on how much care I take of it, but it really doesn't matter because if I go over it and I don't like the effect, I can always put something over the edges. So I'm not about to worry about it. This is just to show you what the stencil will look like. This one is Teal Seal. And then I think I'm going to go into this orangey one, which is Cantaloupe. I'll have to put some more on here. Now you notice I'm not changing my blending tool because I'm sort of blending on here anyway. I'm not keeping the colours really separate. I don't see the point. Now the stencil I cut out of a relatively heavy paper. Sometimes I make stencils out of acetate and sometimes I make them out of other things. One of the reasons why I just made this one in paper is because not only did I have the paper to hand, but I'm just not in the mood for cleaning up stencils. So I thought I would just make it a disposable stencil. When I've got it too dirty to use anymore, I'll just throw it out. I think I want some more of this green one. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Now let's actually go around the edges for something else. And what am I going to use? I think I might use a really dark one. Paris Dusk or Electrical Blue. Ooh, decisions. Okay, that's quite a nice colour. Okay. So, let's just do this around the edge. I'm working on a glass worktop saver, so I can clean this up really easy at the end of the day. Just a quick wipe and it'll be clean. A bit more. So doing this directly on a card front literally makes it a card in one go, and then all you really need to do is add a sentiment afterwards. Okay, so I've got this done. I'm just going to take a cloth and wipe off some of the ink from there. That's a dry one. And now for the reveal. So I think I'll zoom in a bit. And there we are. That's rather pretty. And it could be up either way. Could do it that way. So that's where the seam is. Or it could be out that way. I think that with a sentiment on it would look quite nice, and it's so easy to do. This is the same design, and I've cut it from a white. It's supposed to be sort of like a glossy photo paper type thing, but it cuts really well, really cleanly. And I thought this looked very nice and spring-like, very pretty. And all you need if you do this with a card is a sentiment across it, be it a big one or a little one. Now, if you're wondering what I used to stick this down, I was going to do my usual thing of just getting one of my glue bottles like this and going over the back of it. And boy, I wish I had. No. What I actually used was something that I actually requested my son get me for Christmas a year or so ago. And I regretted it ever since. I used this. All right. And I cannot believe what a complete and utter waste of money this item was. In order to do this piece here, I had to use this much of the sticker material. So as you can see from say there to there, there's another couple of inches wasted. That's one problem. The other problem is that it leaves a sticky mess everywhere. It's probably not too bad if you're doing a solid shape, but that's not what I wanted it for. I wanted it for delicate things that were awkward to glue in the first place. And for that, it is absolutely 100% totally abysmal as far as I am concerned. So no, that's an item that I would definitely not recommend. In fact, if it didn't still have the glue stuff in it, and believe me, I've not used that much of it, I would probably just throw it out completely. But because someone else bought it for me, I am loath to do that. I will have to finish off that glue whether it kills me or not.